everyone. Welcome to another live stream for Avarice, the TTRPG by Fat Goblin Games in partnership with Project Morningstar and the 2D20 system. So we were on a few weeks ago. We had an AMA to run any questions through the team, and it came up that we should do a character creation session. So we put this together with some of the community leaders of Morningstar and some of our Patreons to walk you through how to play or how to build a character. Matt, do you have a link that we could put in chat for anyone that wants to follow along with the character sheet?
I can build that, yes.
Okay. While you're doing that, why don't we do a quick round of intros for who's here? We've only got a few of us on camera, but I've got everyone's name here on the screen too. So let's just say who you are and what you love about Morningstar. So let's start with Happy, since you're on cams.
Hello, everyone. Some of you in the audience might recognize me. I am Happy T, the community content specialist for Project Morningstar. And the thing that I love about our universe the most is that there is always a way back up from the bottom rungs of society. You can always claw your way back as long as you trust in greed. And I think that is a lovely dystopian concept.
Sure is dystopian. All right, let's jump over to Ian Fleming.
Hello, it's Ian. I'm the mod lead for the server, and my favorite thing about Project Morningstar has to be Bursterang Multistellar.
Awesome. Oh, that got a
You
smile
stole
on
mine.
Awesome. Rebel Phantom.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rebel Phantom. I am a executive assistant and producer for Project Morningstar. Most of my work is generally behind the scenes, but the thing that I like most about Morningstar is the fact that the universe that we have created can resonate very well with almost every single person. The aspects of which will vary from person to person, but everybody can find something within our universe to take away and, resonate with and be like, that's me type of deal.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Jarian, did I say that right?
Yes, Jarian. Hello, I'm Jarian. I'm one of the Magneteer patrons and stuff that's been around just about at the start when Project Morningstar started, and part of my favorite parts about this universe that's manifesting is sort of all the ways that one can really bring out their creativities and stuff, which is let me sort of help work out on my own little things and stuff that I want to bring out into the world through it.
Awesome. And Cyber Knight Ninja, or Cyber Ninja Knight. I got it dyslexic there.
Either works. But yes, hi, I'm Cyber Ninja. I am also a Magneteer patron of Morningstar. I've been around for a little bit more recently than Jir, but one of my favorite things about this setting is that it offers us a wonderful glimpse of the future that's waiting for us in what we can look forward to expect out of that.
Awesome. Cool. I'm getting messages from Lobster Magnet too about audio adjusting as we go here. Happy, just so you know, because all of my output is on the same thing. Yours is a little loud. Let me see if I can.
You got it. I can switch it on my end if you'd like to.
Actually, I'll do it through Discord here real fast. See if that helps. Okay.
This is a common thing, people needing to lower my volume.
And then Matt, who are you, and what's your involvement, and what's your favorite thing about Morningstar?
Hi, I'm Matt Everhart. Also go by KC Rift. I'll answer to either one. I am the, creator of the role-playing game. Adapter, how about that? Because 2D20 already exists as a role-playing game system itself, so I'm not making a new system. But I've been working with Mr. Greebles for probably 3 years on this project, trying to get the role-playing game established and moving, and this is the next step in that process. So happy to be here and excited about it. I think the thing I like most about Morningstar is the flexibility and getting in, I guess, kind of getting in at the ground floor. And I would still say this is probably still close to the ground floor for most people that are still finding it, is that we can pretty much do whatever we want.
Awesome.
Hey, you want to make a planet with octopus aliens? Well, I just did. Yeah. So the flexibility.
Want to see me do it again?
That's right. The flexibility is, I think, what I like most about it.
Cool. Awesome. And then Matt, if you want, when you're ready to drop that link into the chat or send it to me and I can manage it and drop it periodically too. Today we're going to walk through some character creation for Avarice, so you guys can see the character building mechanics in action. And then in a few weeks we're going to be doing a recording of an actual play with Mr. Greebles and Matt and I and Jason Charles Miller and maybe another surprise or two. And when that happens, we are going to be given a bunch of pre-generated characters for them to choose from, including these. So they'll be able to choose what character they'd like to play based off what you guys are doing today. Awesome. So let's see here. Matt, you've got a screen share going up that we're going to walk through these this guide with. Do you guys know what type of character you guys are going to make?
Well, yes, there's a couple of ideas that we've been bouncing around between each other, and I think we got a general idea, but, you know,
Awesome.
I won't speak for everyone's behalf. Yeah.
What do we have on the table?
Oh, well.
Ram, I'm so excited that you asked. I'm so happy to introduce you folks to Baron Monjavi, promoter of the promoter of the Thousand Empires.
I love it. I'm so excited.
I was very excited for today.
Cool. Ian, what are you going to be?
Bonjour, mes amis. I'm going to be playing Olivier Parmentier, scion of the Berserang Multistellar, a wonderful executor that will see to all your needs and make sure that we execute exactly what needs to be done.
Awesome. I appreciate the French from Montreal.
Yeah, we want to be.
Rebel
I am
Phantom.
actually fully bilingual in French, so that's going to be factoring into this character.
That's awesome. My husband's fully bilingual. I'm still learning. Rebel Phantom.
Greetings, folks. My name is Jonathan Smoke, and I'm going to be an opportunist of the lower down and dirty variety. Not everybody can get everything in life, but for the right credit, I'll be able to get it for you.
Oh, we totally got the right people coming on this. This is so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Jarian, what are you going to be?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm having a bit of a Technic character thing, you know, getting into the engine bits and stuff and making sure that we're running around trying to deal with all the bullshit that, making sure everything's not going to, like, you know, fall apart.
That's amazing. I have opinions. I'll share them all with you when we're not online. And Cyber Ninja Knight, what are you going to be?
I'm going to be playing Herrick Trassler, an ex-liquidator of Armisen. He's a shank and an assassin who got disavowed, and now he's trying to make his way back to the top. He also wields katanas.
This is so exciting.
An ex-liquidator. Awesome.
All right, so Matt, let's hand it over to you. Wow. Hand
Sure.
it over to you. Do you have that link yet?
Yep, I dropped it in Discord
Oh,
there for
beautiful.
you.
All right, I'll drop that
if you
in
can see
chat.
it.
I have 3 monitors. and it's
Google
not-
was having some sharing problems for some reason. Yeah, just a comment that this is 0.19 version of the character sheet, so it's the final version will obviously be, well, will be professional versus a spreadsheet, first of all, but will likely look a little bit different as we go forward. All right,
that
so I
link is in chat.
think, can I hide this? Hide video. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I had meeting controls covering all my stuff. All right. So you should all be looking at something like this. I think everybody probably made their, has their blank character sheet, right? Anybody not have a blank character sheet yet?
I'm
Okay,
good.
so
Yep, I got it.
all right, great. So we'll just go through the process here. It's if you've played if anybody in the chat or watching has played 2D20 before, you know they typically have a step-by-step process, and this game version is no different. We have in some cases, and hopefully we get to it today, but in some cases we've diverged a little bit from the SRD and expanded on some of the notional ideas that they have in there. But for the most part, if you've ever played 2D20 before, this will all seem fairly familiar. Okay, so everybody on step 1 here. I guess probably get your character name and all that good stuff on there. Should be the only thing necessary to fill out in your character sheet. But if you're looking at step 1 that we've got here on screen, we're going to have your starting attributes and skills. And I'm unfortunately going to have to take off my cool cyber glasses so that I can actually read. 1 second.
That was half the fun, man.
Not nearly as cool, but okay. So everybody has 6 attributes, and you're going to start with a rating of 6 in all of those. As we start to build the character, unlike, say, Dungeons & Dragons, which I'll try to limit my references to that through the rest of the stream, but unlike games like that, you're not going to roll anything to find your attributes. Your attributes are going to be determined by the combination of your archetype, your profession, and your signature. And just for those who haven't been following the role-playing game up to this point, your archetype is kind of like your movie stereotype, what you're doing, what you would be known for doing in a movie, for example. Your profession is just that. It's where you came from, what your job is or was at one point. And then your signature is, at least as I've written it, the signature is sort of how the hegemon tracks you. So like imagine all your cookies on your computer. Your signature is kind of like what you're known for and your consumer profile to the hegemon. Each one of those is going to add to your attributes and your skills as we go forward. And then at the end, you'll have a complete character once we get through all the steps. So everybody can start with a 6 in all of your attributes. So you've got ratings right there. You can fill them in.
I'm excited
then you'll
so
notice-
far. My game that I reference way too often is Shadowrun. So seeing a 6 for everything, I'm like, man, I am a superhero.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah,
We're
Shadowrun.
pumped to the nines.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Shadowrun,
Six,
that would be a
that's what
superhero. Yeah,
We're doing high rank raids in no time.
yeah. Okay, so those attributes are agility, brawn, coordination, insight, reason, and will. They all start with 6. When you get your archetype, you're going to have a tag. Each archetype is going to have skill tags. We'll get down to that in just a second. A tagged skill starts at 8. So you basically automatically add 2 points instead of, 2 points to the 6. You can see there, reading that attributes themselves can't be raised beyond 12. That's notionally during character creation. There are some things in the rules, particularly if you start getting augments and stuff like that, that can take your attribute above 12. But that, as Rim just kind of hinted at, that's superhuman for sure. Anything beyond 12. All right, so everybody's got that. We'll scroll down here to archetype.
Okay.
All right, so in step 2, you're going to... Wait, did I skip something? I did. No, skills start at 0 unless you've got a tag. And then, yeah, I did skip over something. So that last bullet there, when we start talking about skills, no starting skill for a noob, for a starting character, or starting contractor, I should say, can go above 3. So anytime you get a benefit or bonus that's going to take that above 3, you just take that point and you can throw it towards another skill.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does.
All right, great. So each archetype here should have 3 attribute tags, 4 skill tags, and 1 skill focus, or 3 skill tags and 2 skill focus. They'll have 1 trait, and then in the final product, each one will also come with a piece of major gear and a piece of minor gear. Right now, I don't think they have. Yeah, most of them are not listed just yet. So that's one of the things that we're working on, trying to assign them with the appropriate starting gear. The other part of the character creation, which I usually do in the beginning of any game, it's kind of like a session 0 almost, is going through the purchasing product process, which in and of itself is very similar and very mechanically similar to combat. So it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. We seem to have a lot of fun every time buying gear as much as they do shooting people.
Since we trust in greed, is there any benefit to like spending your starting character resources, like spending more of it on gear or anything like that?
Yeah, so that's the cool thing. I'm trying to avoid tooting my own horn here, but that's the cool thing about the way that the rules are written right now, is that there's really it's not like gold pieces that you have as a starting character. You have well, actually, let me just show you here. Is that still visible?
Yeah.
When I'm swapping between
to the side, Yeah, it's a little hard because the document. I have to focus on the middle, and this is on the left. So.
Yeah, no sweat. So if you are following along with your character sheet, you'll see that there's in fact, I'm going to move this real quick so that we'll avoid that. If you're following along, oh crap, did I close it? Oh, for crying. I'm a mess.
It's all good.
If you're following along on your character sheet, boy, I really messed up.
Here, go ahead and get you fixed. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at all that. All the redlining. We get to see behind the scenes, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, look
Peeling
at
the
that.
curtain.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
Okay, so did you have to resize it? Because I think that looks...
I will resize now while you're talking.
Okay. I'll try not to accidentally click a freaking X again. Okay. Yeah, so here's your wealth track. This is what I was going to talk about. So instead of gold pieces or something to that effect, you have what's called a wealth track, and you can see that on your character sheet. It's right in the middle. It's partially filled with black boxes, and that almost acts like hit points, or in our case, edge. It's very similar to edge in that when you're rolling, you can actually, and I have had a lot of times where people basically acquire stuff for free because they're so successful in their skill checks. And so you're rolling the 2d20, you're telling me what your skill and attribute combination is, and if you're successful, you get it, and then you roll, you're able to find it, and then you roll what's the equivalent of damage against your wealth, and then that will start to pile up. And so when you fill up your wealth track, you're not out of purchasing power yet, you just got to switch to the credit card, and you can still keep going, and if anything after your wealth track is full becomes debt. And then debt obviously is a little bit of a burden that you have to start trying to get rid of through contracts. And so if we get to it, we'll go into more detail with that later. But that was a long-winded way of getting back to your question, which was, is there an advantage to spending your resources early? You can actually come out with some pretty incredible gear and augments as a starting character. You just might be in severe debt.
Only in Morningstar can you max out your credit card and get into crippling debt to make your character better.
That's right. Yeah.
I love this. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Bankruptcy and character creation.
Love that.
So how do you guys all meet?
The only thing better is bankrolling your party members
Yeah.
and making them indebted to you.
That's right.
Now this guy gets it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and I think we've got a couple people that have played Milk Run, right? Ian?
Yep.
Haven't you played? Yeah.
I have.
And so it's a ton of fun. So like I said, it ends up being about as much fun as the contract itself from time to time, particularly when people go off the reservation and maybe try and steal it instead of buy it, or they go and try and help, people that, no good deed goes unpunished. People that always try and help another player buy something, which is you can, just like D&D, you can assist another player in doing something, but every time that it happens, for some reason, the assisting player is the one that ends up with debt, and the player that was being assisted walks away scot-free. I don't know why it
Shame
always
how that
happens
happens.
that way.
Yeah, it's just... I dare say, though,
Okay,
you've
all right.
made a way to make the shopping episodes just as fun as the combat episodes. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
the
it's-
things I really appreciate about this setting is that there is no useless sort of aspect to it. The negotiations are just as entertaining as the combat, which is just as entertaining as the, say, hacking aspect. Everything has an equal weight to it, so nobody's useless.
Very nice.
Cool.
I saw Hazel was asking in the chat about deleting debt. So every time you successfully complete a contract, you're going to get you're going to improve your credit score, your credit rating, and then so you can use that resource to buy back debt or erase your debt, pay off your debt. You can use it to advance your character. You can use it to buy new stuff. So yes is the short answer. Instead of experience points or something to that degree, you get one resource that you, the player, have to figure out how you're going to divvy it up to advance your character, pay off your debt, get new gear, etc. So it's
A question too, and let me know if
that was one of the. I'm sorry, go.
if I'm getting too far ahead, but Peter Saunders asked, if you get organoids, can you push a skill into superhuman beyond 12?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah, 12 is the max starting. There are ways to improve over 12. Now, keep in mind, if you're not familiar with how 2d20 works, it is kind of a challenge to limit that to some degree, because when you want to do something, you're telling me, or I'm telling you, one of the two, which attribute and skill you want to combine in order to come up with your target number. So let's say your brawn and your athletics amounts to a 12. When you add them together, it's a 12. That's your target number when you're rolling your 2d20 dice. And so obviously, if you're coming away with characters that have like a 15 brawn and a 6 score, you really can't fail unless you roll a 20. Which is, I mean, that's a thing. We just want to try and limit it. Now, you can get organoids and stuff like that that'll take it over 12, but we don't want guys running around with a 20 or something.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah, we've got the archetypes there. I'll scroll through some of these so people can see them, but everybody, it sounds like, at least had a rough idea. It sounded like everybody had their archetype decided, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
All right, so I'll stop here on the innovator, who's the intellectual specialist. Intellectual experts who typically specialize in a particular field of science, research, technology, development. So they've got where they want their attributes. Well, the attribute focus there is insight, reason, and will. And skill tags, they've got academics, tech, observe, and medical. So with those, the way that the character build will go is that you'll get 2 points for your attributes, or anything listed there in your attributes. So in this case, for the innovator, it's insight, reason, and will, are all now 8s. And then your skill tags that'll bump you to a what did I say?
You also completely went over Executor, which is my class, and I am quite offended.
All right, we'll go, as I was saying, we'll stop here at Executor. And
Good save.
insight, reason, and will. Insight, reason, and will for you will now be 8, and then you'll get command, observe, academics, and persuade at a 2.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a skill focus in strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And what a skill focus does is you'll basically highlight that on your character sheet, and when you critical on a roll, it's a 1 instead of a 20, like most people are used to. So when you're rolling your 2d20s, you want low numbers. A 1 is normally a critical. If you have a skill focus, that increases your critical to a 2. So a 2 or a 1 will critical when you have a focus in that, and you're able to use that skill.
Excellent.
And then you have, the executor has once worked for a macro core as your trait. Traits are weird for people who are used to mechanical benefits of all of your character abilities and attributes. when you have a trait, that often means that's often something that enables something else. So, for example, if the executor was wanting to command some, I don't know, some sort of macro core desk jockey or something like that, somebody at the macro core, if they want to use their command skill on him, normally that probably wouldn't be even possible, but because he has the trait, once worked in a macro core, the argument could be made that, hey, I worked for this macro core, and therefore I should be able to command them to do something. That's not necessarily a mechanical benefit. It's an enabler, or sometimes a disabler. Sometimes it will, it might be a trait that would, in this case, let's see, what would be a good example? If he's in some back alleyway working with trying to command a thug of some sort, and they're like, oh, this guy's clearly works for a macro core or something. I'm not ever going to talk to him, or I'm not gonna do what he says because he's a white collar dude. So it can work in both ways, both directions. So that's a long-winded. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't interrupt.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
I feel it's more of like an RP enabler than an actual game mechanic.
Correct. It isn't. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's right. So I say all that because what I've had, particularly in the quick start rules, and what I've had people do is try and start looking through the pages to figure out what a definition for once worked for a macro core was, so they can get the mechanical benefits from it. And there's not necessarily anything mechanical from it. Okay, who else we got? We got Shank was one of them, I think, right?
Yes, that was.
Yeah, up close and personal. Shanks are masters at close quarter combat, thriving where weapons meet flesh. All right, so your attributes there are agility, brawn, and coordination. Those are going to start at 8. And then your skill tags, athletic, fight, and stealth. And then you have 2 skill focuses with our melee for fight,
melee and
shadowing for stealth. Yep. You're notorious in the underworld.
Ooh.
As your trait.
Yes. I'm like John Wick. Did you hear that guy? He got fired.
Don't get a pet.
Yes. Do not get a pet. We don't need that sidetrack.
And I think we had a promoter. Yes.
Yes, that's me.
All right. So the diplomat and negotiator, and all of these are, like I kind of led with. These are all stereotypes, right? So you can imagine the face in a movie, or the melee guy in a movie, whatever. But what is cool is because this is a 3-factor character building process, I shouldn't say never, but you will rarely run into the same build under most circumstances, because there's 3 different combinations each character is going to be made up of. Now I suppose, just like anybody that meta games and wants to find the perfect build, it'll be posted and other people can copy it. But under normal circumstances, if you're just looking through the book and making a character without any previous knowledge, they're going to be pretty unique. So the promoter excels in the social arena using charm, wit, and persuasion to negotiate contracts, forge alliances, or deceive rivals. You're going to start with insight, will, and reason as your 8s. Persuade, observe, and command are your skill tags. So those will both start, all 3 start at 2, and then you also have 2 skill focuses. Keep saying foci. I don't think that's right. Is it focuses or foci? I may have to rewrite the book.
Foci is appropriate. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Foci.
No, it's supposed to be focuses, so I don't have to rewrite anything. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter.
You know what? It can be whatever you want it to be.
Ooh, thank you, Alex
Find and
Jack.
replace.
Thank you, Alex Jack, for the $1 super chat, by the way.
Oh,
hey, awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, and then your trait is Silver Tongue. So do with that what you will. You've got negotiate and etiquette, both under your persuade skill as your skill focuses, so that's good. Yeah, and that's it for that one. Who did I miss? I'm missing somebody. Question?
Yeah, I mean, so just to build out, what are the kind of things that we can expect, like promoters and shanks and like these different folks to kind of get up to in their gameplay?
Well, those are 2 very easy ones, because the promoter, like I kind of said, is the face. So you can expect that the promoter is going to be the one doing most of the talking, negotiating, bargaining, that sort of thing. you can build it in a lot of different ways. So con artist might be a promoter, a diplomat might be a promoter, the politician, something to that effect, might be a promoter as well. So there's all kinds of different ways you can build out that particular archetype, but that's really what they're going to be known for. They're going to be the one talking a lot. The Shank, on the other hand, is probably not going to be doing a lot of talking, probably talking with their sword or their knife, something to that effect. But if you have a Shank archetype, you're probably going to be expected to be up close and personal with some melee weapon.
Okay, cool.
But again, you could, I suppose, have a Shank face if you wanted to go make a Shank and then a profession as a con artist and really go broad strokes on your character.
I smile first before I stab.
Yeah, exactly, that type of deal. I would say that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so I guess I should point out that they are. You'll see when we get into professions that they are kind of grouped into, I guess, maybe the most logical archetypes, but you're not prevented from choosing any of them. You could do, like I just said, you could do a Shank con artist if you really wanted to, and make an atypical character, but you could definitely do it.
That's really cool. It's cool that you have that level and freedom with the character creation here. I think that's going to be important for a lot.
Yeah, I hope so.
100%.
All right, who am I missing?
I believe there's 2 people left, myself and then our mechanic, which I think we'll go with him first.
Yeah, Titanic. So they're the masters of whiz-bangs, gizmos, and gadgets. They're technological savants skilled in handling complex machinery, electronics, and advanced technology. Did I say technology twice in one sentence? I may have to re-edit that. Anyway, so we've got coordination, insight, and reason. And then your skill points are going to be academics, adapt, and tech. And then you can see there you've also got 2 skill focuses, foci, whatever it is. Engineering and electronics will be your skill focus to start, and then machines speak to me, which seems to be, in the games that we've played, seems to be a pretty useful trait, actually. A good enabler.
All right.
Yeah, well, yeah, it always helps to make sure you know what your how the bots are feeling and stuff, so you don't blow up.
Yes, definitely helps to read the manuals on these contraptions.
Right.
All right, and then the last one would be myself, which would be the opportunist.
All right, general skullduggery. Opportunists thrive in the shadowy margins of society, exploiting every opportunity and bending rules when necessary. So you've got agility, coordination, and will. And then your skills are stealth, persuade, and fight. And your focuses are infiltration under stealth and deceive under persuade.
Okay.
Your trait is reputation among outcasts. So you're also known by some people.
Yeah, I know a guy.
All right. I just noticed that it's still backgrounds in the source book. I was explaining before we went live that trying to get the quick start rules out for the crowdfunding has been a priority. So there's some stuff that has changed in the quick start rules that hasn't been updated yet in the rule book itself. So they're called backgrounds here. Whoops. Whoa. They're called backgrounds here for step 3, but it's profession and when the rules come out. So, what has your character done in their life up to this point? Have they been working a dead-end job for MacroCore? Are they an inventor who's now on the run or for exposing a trust brand secret? Perhaps they're a commander in exile just trying to survive in the world. Whatever the case, these are the stories that make up your character's profession. All right. One thing to go over real quick with, you'll see everybody will have at least one contact from your profession. And you, as long as there's not a bonus or benefit to your, I shouldn't say benefit because there should be a benefit. I guess what I'm trying to say is contacts are really kind of yours to make up. So if you worked at a MacroCorp, maybe it's somebody that was there at the that you worked with and they're still in contact with you. You can call in a favor every once in a while, something like that. You can call on your contact during a contract. Well, that's actually difficult to say. Contact during a contract to call in favors. And what it amounts to is right here. So they can provide workspace access. They can provide intelligence in the field that they're an expert in. Obviously, if you've got a pencil pusher at a macro core, they're not going to be able to provide intelligence on, I don't know, planetary mechanics of another planet, of another star system, something to that effect. So it's got to be within their area of expertise. You can use them to replace a skill roll. If you have something, if you can get in contact with them and they're able to do it, then you can use them to make a skill roll for you. You can do this more nebulous thing of requesting a favor from him. So they're really beneficial, and we've had almost every game, at least a couple of players have used their contacts. So when you're looking through your professions here, just you can either come up with your own or there's a suggestion provided for. All right, so background benefits are going to be 4 attribute points, 8 more skill points, 2 more skill focuses, and you'll notice there it says tier 2. And in fact, Ian asked in chat here in a minute that I will get to. You're going to get your first talent, which anybody familiar with the with D&D will treat this kind of like a feat. You're going to get another trait. You're going to get 1 contact and then minor gear. So we didn't get this far in our pre-launch conversation. Has anybody picked a profession yet?
Yeah, I believe Ian has.
I have
I'm
as well, actually.
So my executor is going to be an operant because that ties in best with his long-term goals.
All right, let's take a look at the operant then. See what that gets you.
Super middle management. It's way up high. It's the first category case, Matt.
Super middle management, did you say?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh,
Yes,
You may be a
sir,
manager,
I
but
did.
you're not a super one.
Ian really wants to be the leader of this group, if you can't tell.
I respect
There
it.
we go. Okay.
I respect
All
it.
right, all right.
Yeah.
I'm a professionally trained chef and accustomed to wrangling even the most drug-addled misfits you can imagine.
Oh, I got you on that front, Chief.
Well, now we know what you're thinking.
Oh boy.
All right, so operant. So you see there, it's under the executor. You don't have, again, not to foot stomp this too much or kick the dead horse, but you don't have to choose this as an executor archetype. You could be a shank. You could be a shank and choose this for sure. But this goes well, obviously, with the executor itself. So an operant handles people, schedules, assignments, and getting stuff done. Ultra middle management, as Ian put it. You're basically the boss. You were basically a boss, making sure things were on time and on budget, and that folks were happy enough not to quit, but only just. All right. So you're going to get 2 to your reason and 2 more to your insight.
Bump
Your
me up
skill
to 10
points.
and 10.
Yep. Your skill points are going to be 3 command, 2 persuade, 2 academic, and +1 to observe.
So just to clarify, that's adding to my current bonus, which will put me well over the mandatory maximum of 3.
Yep. So that, you took the words out of my mouth. So that command for sure is going to be well over 3, I think. So the 2
Persuade
extra.
is over 3. It's going to give me an extra. Academics is going to be 3 and give me an extra. Observe is going to be 3, but no extra. So I have a total of 4 points that I can allocate anywhere I want. Is that correct?
You got it.
So I'm going to have some fun with that. 2
Yep.
points.
Yeah, and
2
so this
points
is
to
a
fight.
perfect example of
I'm putting-
example of how the character can be unique, right? So even if 2 people copied these, executor, operant, and then whatever signature, you could still customize them a little bit by moving those skill points around. Go ahead.
So my persuade, my observe, my command, and my academics are all maxed out at 3. I'm giving
Nice.
myself 1 to adapt. I'm giving myself 2 to fight, 1 to medical. That way, in an absolute pinch, I know first aid.
Well,
Peter Griffin.
With,
There's my
with
first name.
respect,
Huh.
if you were the one patching us up in the middle of a firefight, I think something's gone terribly wrong.
Well, I agree
pulling-
with you 110% because as a manager, I don't schedule fights in my contract.
Well,
So
hey man,
really,
it sounds
you
like
only
you
have-
should.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're not learning, you're not growing.
That's upper management material right there.
I'm just picturing him
There.
pulling a Band-Aid out of his fanny pack or something. Here, fix this. Fix it with
Yes.
this. All right. All right. And so this is your first opportunity to choose a talent. You're not assigned one here, and we'll go through that here in a little bit. So if you want to scroll around while we're working on the other characters.
I already have my talents from my occupation and signature, but we'll wait for that for the rest to catch up.
Okay. Yep. And you're going to choose a contact here. There's some examples: burnt out scheduler who still clears approvals, compliance officer who owes you a clean record, some stuff like that. Those are just examples.
I created Gavin Okana, who is the former quartermaster of the ship I traveled on to get to our Kentar, and who is now currently set up as a sales rep.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Sales rep know a lot of people.
And then we've got some example traits there. You can choose one of those or make your own, but bureaucracy is my battlefield, which cracks me up. I manage crises before they escalate, and I know who signs the approvals.
So I actually took the opportunity to create one of my own because my signature kind of pairs with what I would have chosen anyway, so I didn't want to have two traits that were exactly similar. Part of my Magnate perk is being able to create something that will be canonized into lore while working with Mr. Greebles and the rest. Mr. Greebles knows my background as a chef. He trusts me with it, so I've been working on a lot of background cultural aspects for Berserang Multistellar because that's my area of expertise. And I chose dueling scars specifically on the forearms because knife-based martial arts are going to be a cultural aspect of Berserang culture because they're cooks, and if you're on a ship, realistically, if you're being boarded, you're going to be going through the galley, and you do not want to face a bunch of pissed off cooks. So my guy is not going to be some crazy martial artist, but he is part of the Berserang family, and he has done his time learning at least the basics. And they don't want to mar their faces like some naval officers might in their duels, so their dueling scarves focuses on their arms. It's an identifiable trait for him.
Okay.
Ian, you're a big old nerd,
Dope, I
and
like
I'm
that.
here for it.
So what you're saying is I should.
I'm invested. That's all I got to say.
That's
To
awesome.
interject here, Rem, I think every single one of us here is a big.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yes.
We're on a live stream for RPG. We've sailed that.
Yeah.
Every single one of us here is either working for Morningstar or is the highest tier Patreon we got, and in my case, it's both.
I love it. I love it.
And I walked into the grocery store today with my Peace Through Profits Morningstar shirt.
Oh my!
And,
Yes,
Amazing.
that's what we love to see.
That's
and I got
Yeah.
some interesting looks for sure.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Oh, that's definitely a head turner and a conversation starter too.
Okay, so we got the operant. It sounds like well in hand. Who's got
Yes,
enough?
chef.
Who's got one chosen?
I had one chosen.
A profession.
Go ahead, my friend.
Well, thank you kindly.
Ooh,
I was
love
gonna go
this.
with the tried and true assassin.
Awesome. Just to interrupt you for just a second, there's a new poll in the chat for what archetype are you rolling. We've only got 4 votes so far, but so far it's trigger and promoter.
Oh, okay, all right. I like
I
the
appreciate
the
your comments.
the promoter
Nice.
ones will probably do the tease.
Promoter.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
No
keep
votes for anything
updating you
else.
guys because it goes on for a while. So I'll let you know
Oh, there's
what's
a
winning.
shank.
Ah, we got one shank. There we go.
One
Thank
shank, nice. We need to get those shank numbers up, honestly.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers
come
up,
on,
guys.
Come on, guys, come on. There's got to be
Those are
enough
rookie
scabby individuals in the chat of you guys to pump that up.
But now, all right, we're running away a little bit here. Cyber, you were up. What do we got for you?
Just
I'm
to
going
answer a
with the-
couple questions. Yeah, so actually there's going to be, Hazel, there's going to be some Velcro patches in the backer kit store. So yeah, we will have those. And thanks, Lynn Zabi. This is one of the first shirts that we made. I haven't decided if we'll put it up or not. Rim's been lambasting me about shirt choices, so
I'm
we'll see.
okay with one. I've just seen like where there's like 32 t-shirt options at 7 SKUs each, and I
know it,
manage,
yeah.
just so you guys know, I manage the BattleTech Mercenaries Kickstarter that had 468 SKUs. Never again. Never again.
Shout out to my boy Len, though.
Okay, Assassin, I think that's up on everybody's screen. So we've got,
Yes,
you take lives with precision, quiet, fast, and without collateral damage. So you're going to add 2 agility, 2 insight, and then you've got
Yeah,
your skills
okay.
there, which are stealth, fight, traverse, and observe with those given
Yeah.
values. I suspect your stealth is going to be over. Your stealth and fight should both be over now, right? Over
at
3,
the
I mean.
moment, so yes, both my stealth is at 5 and my fight is at 4 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so those extra 2 points from stealth and the 1 point from fight, you can peel those off and use them in whatever other skill you'd like. Skills you like. And then you've got 1 focus from the fight skill and infiltration under stealth. So did you have infiltration already as a focus?
I had shadowing as a focus, so I
Okay,
went with
alright.
infiltration to make sure that I'm extra stealthy, so I can follow you, but I also can sneak into your place and murder you. So, got that covered.
Right. So I guess Ian was asking about archetypes and backgrounds providing the same skill focus. I thought we were going to have an example there, but I guess not. So if you do, during character creation, you don't... they don't stack as a new character. You can increase your skill focus over time, but that's character advancement versus character creation.
Because
so if you get
Operant gave command strategy, and Executor also gave command strategy in my case.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you just take that, just like skill points, you take that skill focus and you can move it to something else.
Just so you guys know, Trigger's still winning.
I see. People just want to shoot.
But it's more
Yeah, I
even
mean-
keeled now.
We
Yeah,
got
Trigger's
too many
definitely.
Americans in the chat.
People do not
I like guns
appreciate
way too
katana.
much.
They do not appreciate
Yeah, speak
katana.
for
That makes me
yourself.
sad. I've already picked my talent as well, actually, because I do get one. I noticed, and so I went
Okay.
with breach point
Cool.
Breach
So,
point.
you know,
Okay,
I'm-
good.
because I believe that would make me very good at continuing my streak of breaking into murder people. But for context, I decided to go with when my ex-wife was also an assassin in the business. We're not on speaking terms at the moment, but
Wait a second. Isn't this just Spy X Family?
Hold on.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hold on.
actually.
I see what you're doing.
I don't know what you mean.
Tugging on the shirt collar.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so that's I think my archetype in a package.
Okay.
Great. All right, here we go.
All right. So next up, then, Mechanic, you want to go, or do you want me to go?
I think I've got what I'd want. I think I
Okay.
might go with a Wrangler.
Ooh.
I shall summon the swarm.
Don't.
That's probably the most Australian option you could have chosen.
I was trying not to say it, but yeah.
Really?
How many-
God!
how many people in the chat?
I'm pigeonholing myself hard.
How many people in the chat were like, don't say Australia. Don't say Australia. Don't say Australia.
Sorry.
I'm
I'm not good at
so
not saying
happy.
the quiet
I'm so
part.
happy you I'm so happy you did, Red, because I was losing that eternal battle.
I'm a huge
If
fan of
there is
Australia, by
not
the way.
at least
Yeah. So what does the Wrangler actually do? Well, what does it give us?
Mad Max references.
All right, lots of them. All right, you run systems that run themselves. Hurting autonomous assets isn't just programming; it's command, correction, and control. So, yeah, and then it says whether that's a vat-born Chapek or a manufactured ergoids, you know how to control them. Attributes include insight and will, so you get a +2 to both of those. Skill points, you can see there are tech, command, traverse, and observe. And again, it's probably going to blow your command or your tech up, so you'll have some extra points to throw around wherever you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
You have some skill focuses in ergoid under tech and coordinate under command. And then you'll choose one talent from the tech or command with a tech or command tag associated with them. So we've got some ideas for contacts there, which are fabrication handler who feeds you fresh builds, a retired Chapek that still recognizes your voice print, a rogue controller who knows where to get the spare parts. Some traits, you get one trait, and then you've got a couple of examples there. I know the swarm, they respond to me, and just a little extra juice.
Good question. I think I'm gonna need like a scrounger sort of thing, so I might go with the rogue controller as my contact.
Okay.
And then I think I'll do I know the swarm, they respond to me for my extra trait.
Yeah, so those are the semicolon is supposed to be delineating the two of them, so that's two different ones. I know the swarm and they respond to me are two different ones.
Oh, they're two. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just do I know the swarm.
Okay, so you're definitely planning on throwing around multiple ergoid drones.
Yeah, I was thinking either that or like having or getting myself a nice big old like mini mech suit or something. If I was to eventually build it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's the Wrangler, and then who do we have left?
That would be me, and
All right.
the opportunist. I'm going to be going with the smuggler background or archetype. So that I believe.
And for those of you that are following Morningstar, you'll see there is a skip tracer. Somebody asked me that question the other day, but we do have a skip tracer profession.
Cool.
All right,
yes.
Smuggler. You move what others can't or won't through ports, ecologies, and surveillance nets. Contraband, fugitives, outlaw tech, banned books. It's all just cargo with varying degrees of risk. So you're going to add your agility, 2 to your agility, and 2 to your insight. Your skills are going to be stealth, traverse, persuade, and tech. And I'm positive that probably busts your stealth, right?
Stealth and traverse both ended up going over max, so that left me with about 3 points left over.
Okay, great. Put those where you will. Skill focuses include concealment under stealth and then navigation under traverse. You'll have 1 talent with the stealth or traverse tag, and then your contacts are listed there. Dockside customs officer, a route runner, or a fence. And then some trait examples are no manifest, no problem. I know who to pay, and nothing in this bag is mine.
I love the flavor that all this can give me.
It's extremely important.
Yes. So I think what I'm going to do is, first off, to handle those spare points, because I will forget about them otherwise, I'm going to put all 3 of my points into Observe, which will help with analysis, insight, and all that.
That's a good one. Good choice. Yep.
And then, I get to choose an additional talent with the Stealth or Traverse tag, looking at the smuggler thing there, right after the skill focuses, or am I misreading that?
Say that one more time.
Apologies. So underneath the skill focuses, it says for talents I can choose one talent with the stealth or traverse tag.
Yep.
Okay. I will probably. I might have to come back to that one because I don't know if I've just missed the talents or.
We haven't got there exactly yet. It's in step
Okay.
6 and starts on page 73.
And I will put a pin in that for later. Then for the context, I will do I'll do the fence who moves your high risk cargo. I will take some extra time to fill them out and flesh them up in a later date. But for the trait, I am going to go with nothing in this bag is mine.
Perfect.
Because I love the concept of that's not it. And what are you talking about?
I don't know how that got there.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay. And then last but not least, our promoter.
So, Baron Bon Jovi is a man of making sure that other people's chip turns into his chip. Other people's credit turns into his credit. So, yeah, I think he'd be a con artist. You know, I think he'd be a swindler. Person who is very good at turning other people's fortunes into his.
Excellent. You are a master manipulator, always spending someone else's trust. You've swindled credentials, products, and even identities. Why skiv systems when you can skiv people? And for those of you not familiar with the vernacular in Morningstar, skiving is basically hacking. Kind of the same concept. A handshake, a fake badge, and the right tone get you past most barriers. You're gonna add 2 to your insight, and nice. 2 to your insight and 2 to your will. Your skills are gonna go to persuade, stealth, tech, and observe, with skill focuses in deceive under persuade and logic cores under tech.
Gotcha.
You're gonna have 1 talent from the persuade or tech tag with a persuade or tech tag. And then we've got some examples down there. Forged ID vendor, a friend of an acquaintance who says they knew someone who worked for the audit, a troubled exec who owes you their last credit.
Amazing.
Those are all great options.
I love this system so much. Oh my gosh.
And then we've got traits down there. I wear the mask they expect. Trust is just a tool, and played them and won. Are examples. Again, you can make up what you'd like.
All right, so I got to choose a contact and I got to choose a trait, right? Okay, well, let's think about our contact. I really like the idea of a friend of an acquaintance who says they knew someone who worked for the audit.
Thank you.
That's just perfect. I think that is just sleazy enough and goes perfectly with Baron Bon Jovi. So we're gonna do that. I might just make an acronym of that, I guess, on my sheet because there's so many words there.
It is a mouthful.
And choose 1 trait. Oh man, what would Baron Bon Jovi do?
That's a question we all can ask, I guess.
Exactly. What would Baron Bon Jovi do?
What would Baron? You know what, chat? You know what? Let's open this up to the chat. All right,
Okay.
chat.
Ooh.
I want you guys to pick between I wear the mask they expect, trust is just a tool, and played them and won. What does the chat feel like? Someone who swindles and wheels and deals people would be.
Let's do 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, give me a 1, 2, or a 3. You got the next minute to make your vote.
Ooh.
Oh, ready.
Well, while we're waiting, then, Matt, I want to check in with you and everyone else. We've been streaming for an hour. Do we want to take a break after this? Do you want a few more minutes? How you feeling?
I think given our time frame here, we probably just push through unless people are itching to take a break.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to
Yeah,
go.
I'm good. This has been fun.
I'm good.
I'm willing to, keep the
I'm
good
having
times
the
rolling.
time. I'm
Yeah.
having the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this quite a bit.
Great.
Looks like
hanging out.
2 is currently winning. Looks like.
Okay,
Okay.
No,
Yeah, you just
I
give it
see
some
3 and
time.
2 are tied, which helps us not at all, guys. Come on.
Oh, well, it helps that Project Morningstar, the chat mod, put in 1, 2, or 3. That was helpful. Thank you.
Wasn't me this time.
Thanks, mate.
See, if you want,
if John Morningstar himself chooses all the options, he'll always win.
Ah, yeah, good point.
I love it.
Second place is, after all, just the first loser.
Tool, trust is absolutely a tool. Okay, so it looks like it's between 2 and 3. So you know what? That means as a swindler, I obviously have to choose 1. Because that's just what Baron Bon Jovi would do.
Oh my god, that's epic. We haven't even
Thank you for your
started a game.
assistance, chat.
We haven't even started a game, and I hate you already.
Oh, amazing.
Great. That the character is working just as it should.
As intended.
We're gonna have a good time in this.
This
Oh,
is the equivalent of, where does it go? Into the square hole.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
perfect.
Perfect. That's fantastic. I love it. All right. So I think that was all. Everybody has a profession now, correct?
Yes, we are all thankfully
All right.
now employed.
On to step 3.
I just want you to know that there's a new poll in the chat. Who would win, Baron Bon Jovi or Baron Vladimir Harkonnen? And I voted Harkonnen just to spite you.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. He's
He's just so slippery. You just can't get a hold of him.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I think Harkonnen would win. I just think I'd make more money.
I love, by the
Nice.
way, we've got 12 votes and it's exactly 50-50.
Nice. What do you?
Winning
define
ugly
as,
is winning ugly is still winning, and Harkonnens win ugly. That's what it was. The latest
This is
comment.
true.
Awesome.
All right, I said step 3, but it's actually step 4, which is your origin. Most everybody starts out as basically a grounder, unless you say otherwise. Just the assumption is you're a human grounder. Of the billions and billions of people in the hegemon, that's probably the most predominant one. However,
That's what I
you
went
can,
with.
and if you go with the grounder or a standard human, that gives you +1 point of avarice to use during your character creation. We haven't gone over avarice yet, but just know if you are basic human, you get 1 point.
I've heard greed is
Okay.
good or something, so...
That's what I hear.
for the lack of a better word, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I was told to trust him, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got a couple of other human options, which basically are K-liners and orbiters. So imagine you're a space traveler, or you're somebody who lives in space, like in a space station or something to that effect. If you choose the space sailor, then you get the at home in space trait. And if you do the orbiter, you get born in low gravity trait. So you can take that as a positive or a negative. Probably depends on the situation, but those are two additional traits that you get for choosing those folks. Then we have, I should also add, while there's not a huge mechanical benefit for choosing one or the other in any of these, we'll talk about near humans or Newmans here in a minute, but they open up talents. So if you pick a K-liner, you'll open up or unlock a series of talents that you wouldn't otherwise have access to. So that's the real benefit in choosing a different origin. Okay, and then we've got the near humans, at least the ones that Greebles allowed me to put in here, because there's obviously hundreds of different types. But the Alakathiri, the Arscola, in fact, one of the pre-gens for the first contract is an Arscola. Azakari, Chetty, Idrasi, and that one's the Idrasi are probably not familiar to most people. That's my origin addition to the setting. Longshan, Longshan, and then Mules, which of the one that I put in here was a Yahoo,
Wait, so
actually, I just see the.
your contribution, is it the octopus people?
No, that's coming next. That'll be the next one that I add.
All right.
And then Orgafe. I see here that I've got orbiters sitting here twice, so I need to make sure I get rid of that. Orbiters are humans, or humans like me and you and me. All right, so, whoops, shoot. So what did we do for Origins?
Ian, you want to go first? Because I think
Yeah,
you've gotten the
just-
most out of us.
Basic human, nothing special. So that's 1 point of
Okay.
avarice for me.
Yep.
Now,
and
question,
that-
what question actually? Does having a point in avarice open you up to talents that have the avarice tag on it?
No, it does not. Nope.
Okay, excellent. Good to
Avarice. So, Ian, since you played last, Avarice was the.
know. We didn't have
Oh,
that
gosh.
last time I played, so this is a
What was
whole
the
new
term?
thing for me.
Oh, you had the mechanic. We just renamed it. So it was.
I just don't recall it ever coming up. To be completely honest, we only got the one session in.
Well,
Yep.
anyways, what is avarice going to be useful for?
Avarice is an extra resource that your character can use to during character generation. You can use it to improve like a unique aspect of your character. So you can use it to get some bonus skill points. You can use it to maybe get an attribute point, something of that nature. So having one at character creation is a net positive, and it's just another way of tweaking your character to make them wholly unique to you. In gameplay, the auditor will award avarice for kooky things that you do. So if you make the whole table laugh, or something hilarious, or you pull off some major stunt that saves the group from certain doom, something to that effect, the auditor is going to grant you avarice. And in the game, you can use that to make it automatically succeed at a roll. You can use that to lower the difficulty of a skill test. You can do that, or I'm sorry, increase the target number so that you've got a better chance of success, that sort of thing. And if you come away from, and then the last point on this, if you come away from the contract with avarice remaining, you can convert that into credit at the end of the session.
Delightful.
Very interesting. Okay.
All right, so
yeah.
we got one plain Jane grounder.
I'm gonna be
What else
also
we got?
I need to get on the human train. I gotta get that avarice.
Mhm.
I mean, it is the name of the RPG.
Yeah.
It's very important.
You must be John Avarice.
Yes. My greed knows no bounds.
All right, so we have two human standards, human fighter males.
Human fighter males, nice. I almost didn't catch that. Just
That was slick.
on page 37, you can see how you can spend avarice during character creation. So as we're going through that, you can gain a skill tag, which gives 2 points to a skill. Actually, I need to correct that because the skill tag is 2 points, which makes the next bullet meaningless. You can gain a skill focus. You can gain a contact or a piece of equipment of C3 or lower.
Joke's on you. I'm hoarding my wealth.
Perfect.
Very well.
That's
Alrighty.
just what
All right.
Baron Bon Jovi likes to hear.
It's credit. It's not your
Thank you,
wealth.
Baron Bon Jovi.
That's true.
I think Baron Bon Jovi is gonna break the mold a little bit. I think I'm gonna go Kaliner because I like the idea.
Okay.
I like the idea of a on-the-run con artist who is continuously gaining wealth off the backs of others and then having to book it out of the system when people figure out. I think that fits a Kaliner quite well.
Okay.
I
All
think
right,
our
you,
characters are going to get along quite well, actually.
By the way,
right, so you're
Harkonnen's
gonna
still
gain-
winning by 1 vote.
Oh, nice.
Gotta step it up, Bon Jovi.
Oh, that's okay. We're gonna let Baron Harkonnen win because while he's winning, he won't notice. His bank account is dry.
Are you smoking incense right now?
I do have a stick of incense.
It's part of the it's part of the character.
You gotta get a character.
There you go.
I refuse to wear a chef's outfit when playing. I'm sorry. But once I'm clocked out, I'm clocked out of work.
Right, so
You don't have to
alright,
wear
so
the
we have
outfit,
Ian,
just wear the hat.
Human,
Yeah.
We got Cyber, Human Standard. We got Baron Bon Jovi. I gotta put respect on his name. With the Kaliner, Jarian. What are you thinking?
And
Gut
T that
instincts
gets you
like
the-
oh sorry. Gut instincts tell me that I want to also go not being like a generic human thing, and I think I'm gonna go for the Ergoid Custos.
Okay, the Ergoid Custos. I don't think we covered that when we were going over the
Cool.
originals.
Neat.
What
Sounds
is
awesome.
Yep, we did
its
not.
deal?
It's got its own section. Yep,
Oh, wow.
Ergoid Custos. Yep.
So what's special about the Ergoid Custos? At least at a short explanation.
So the notion is that most of the, maybe not most, but the difference between a Custos and I guess your standard Ergoid is that essentially they're not necessarily coming off a production line. They might be they might even be unique. They might even be a unique Ergoid. So, or very limited supply, very limited production quality, or maybe their intelligence has reached the point that they can act somewhat autonomously. Ergoids themselves were sort of a touchy subject as to whether or not we would include them, because obviously the hegemon themselves does not see them as well, not human, and so they're kind of an anathema to the ways of the hegemon themselves. But we've kind of got around that a little bit with, they're just doing their job. They're part of the group, and they're just doing what they were created to do, and yeah, and that's about it.
Alrighty.
All right. So again, the benefit of doing the Ergoid is that it opens up a different talent tree for you, right? So you can now choose the Ergoid, choose from the Ergoid. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so
I like the concept of doing matryoshka doll like things with robot in a mech or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
It's very
Um,
cool. Casey, I'm really seeing what you were saying earlier about how all the different, like, you can make a really, really unique character by combining all like the backgrounds, the profession, the origin, the archetype. Like, this is really cool. You guys have
Yeah,
obviously put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
You just he sounds so low key, but I think you just made Matt's day.
Amazing.
Am I blushing?
I was gonna make another Baron Bobby joke, but you know what? No, we're just gonna have that one be. We're gonna have that one be genuine.
So T, just make sure that you grab the at home and space trait there for your characters.
You got it. At home in space.
And I don't think I've added it yet for the Ergoids. Yeah, so they don't have a specific trait, but again, it's the talent tree that you unlock that really is the benefit. All right, was that everyone?
No, I still need to do mine.
Rebel.
And
Yep.
I will not lie. The second that I was thinking, oh, all right, so we got 2 human standards. I should do something different, like a human Kaliner. It was exactly when Baron Bon Jovi said, Javi said, that he was gonna do the Kaliner too. So
Sorry, mate.
that's all good. I think it would still make sense for me, being a smuggler, traveling, plying my trade of logistics wherever I go. It would make sense for me to spend a fair amount of time both in space and on the ground. So I will be doing that as well.
Awesome.
Okay. Also with the at home and space trait.
Alrighty.
All right. Step 4A is languages. You can. Most everybody speaks Interlex, and so you can choose not. You can see right there. You can choose not to speak Interlex, which would be interesting. But if you do that, you can get a point of avarice for that, for choosing not to speak Interlex. which would
That's
be with the rest of the
actually
group.
really tempting for me because Berserang's corporate language is called Franca, which is based on French, and I can't. It's so tempting, but I don't want to be mean, so no.
Well, hey, Ian,
Could be a
remind
little
me, so I can get that on this list too.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to be doing a little write-up for all of the corporate stuff for Berserang, but yes, I will absolutely coordinate with you tomorrow.
Okay. You can see there in the list, perhaps most surprising is that you can learn Chigwe if you'd like to spend a point of avarice. You get one extra language, is the point here.
Honestly, I'm actually surprised to see the Catrathi language still on here, with what we've known of them.
It's still
Yep.
spoken in the Fairview language, Fairview systems, so it would make
Yeah,
more
that's
sense.
that's a surprise to me, though, personally.
Mm.
Yeah,
I got a-
understandable.
I got a question for you, Casey.
Mhm.
Let's say I want to, can I forget Interlex to gain a point of avarice, and then spend that point of avarice to learn Selohe?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
That
like
is
where this is going.
interesting.
All right. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
that
do
and that. Okay. And
Oh,
that, so that
okay.
I guess I need to point out in here that does not count as your second language. So you're giving up the ability to speak Interlex. You gain Selohe, and then you still got one extra language,
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay.
which
That
I
is
should
awesome.
probably take. I need to make that a little more clear. I'm reading this right now because then you could just go back and take Interlex, which would defeat the purpose.
For a second language, I think I'm going to go for legalese because I think that's going to be extremely useful.
Yep. I will update that for purposes of this conversation. You can't retake Interlex as your free language.
That would be funny. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
the metagamers out there were salivating,
Yeah.
chomping at the bit.
Rose Lies were disappointed.
You made Matt's day, but you just ruined everyone else's.
Casey, quick question about languages as well. As the game
Yep.
goes on, can we learn more languages? Like, is that an option for us to basically expand our repertoire of linguistics, as it were?
Yep. Yeah, all that's available in, and in fact, I think there's even a talent if you want to take a talent to learn more languages, you can do that. It's all character advancement though, so you'd just be buying with your credit that you are awarded during your contracts, you'd be buying the language modules to learn new stuff. Yep.
Would they be considered traits though still? Because it says you write Interlex as a trait, and we have only 6 slots for traits. So I'm curious if it would be Interlex, our second language, and that would leave us only 2 more slots to learn additional languages.
No,
if you
there's
scroll
no.
down. If you scroll
ahead.
down the character sheet, there's actually a whole spot for languages.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
It's
there's
right
an
next-
area you can put it into.
It's right next to your contacts and right above your talents.
Lovely.
But to address the other question there, there's no mechanical limit. There's no game limit to the number of traits you can have. There's just a physical limit on the character sheet. So there's 6 spots there, but you can have 20 traits, I suppose.
Okay.
All right, everybody got a language? Sounds like
Man, wait.
Baron's going to be speaking Selohe and not Interlex. So what was your second language?
Yeah.
You know, Baron Bon Jovi knows that he doesn't need language to convince somebody. He just needs a little bit of this. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna, besides Selohe, he's gonna pick legalese. Because the only time that Baron Bon Jovi would need language is to sort out the finer details of a contract before he leaves someone wishing that they didn't sign it.
No, Matt, I just shot Baron Bon Jovi in the face.
We haven't even gotten out of character creation. We can't be at the PvP section right this moment.
That's, you know what? I'm so happy that this is the reaction because this is exactly what Baron Bon Jovi should elicit.
Hey, Rem, we had a comment in the chat that somebody
Already
can't hear
fixed it.
T. Oh, got it. All right, all right.
I'm
Also,
on
most
it.
People don't know that.
I got
Most people
you.
don't know that. most people don't know this, but like in Traveler, where you used to die in character creation, we just kill each other before the game starts.
I was
All right.
I was going to bring up Traveler exactly. Yeah, during character generation, your character dies. Start over. Great.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
beautiful.
Respectable.
Okay. I think. Did
So
anybody
that-
have anybody not choose a language, a second language?
I decided to also not have intellects as a language. I'm going to be Methish and Legalese.
Nice.
Okay, that makes sense for
So
Airvoid.
I shall be going. I shall be going far more into R2D2 sort of talking.
Beep, boop.
Yeah, alrighty.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So
You guys are
outside
gonna
of
go more in debt having a translator at all of your meetings.
No one's. We don't need to understand anything.
jokes on you. I am not getting rid of Interlex because I think it's an important language to have.
Coward!
Sounds like
but
a poor people's
my-
language.
For my second language, I will be taking Catrick Lang. So
Nice. Okay, Catrick Lang, got it. Okay, and then sounds like we need to add whatever we called it before as well. So the French, the Franco language. In that last bullet there, you can speak the native language of your homeworld, so you could just make something up if you wanted.
Well, that's what I
Alright.
meant. Like, Franca, Franca, is the native language of La Land, as well as the corporate language of Berserang. So that is my native
Yeah,
language.
Sweet.
alrighty,
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is if it's spoken significantly, like Berserang that's probably spoken across several systems. It probably deserves to be listed here.
Just a note for the future, Casey. If someone is speaking in their native tongue and then they say, "Hey, I want my native tongue to be an offshoot of Interlex, so I can still kind of understand Interlex." Maybe
My native
just a
tongue
note.
is the birthplace of Interlex, so I speak it. Yeah, right. I gotcha.
My native tongue is Shiak, which is an abomination. That's more a
Alright.
joke for me, because nobody in this chat is from where I am. So just move on.
I was gonna make
Either
the
way.
joke about Quebecois French versus France French.
Yeah, that too.
All right.
So-
So step 5 is signature. So as I mentioned kind of at the start, this is how the hegemon distinguishes you as a consumer and how they target you with advertisements and offers and sponsorships and all that good stuff. Your signature benefits are going to be 4 more attribute points. You're going to get your final 2 skill points. You're going to get 2 talents out of your signature, another trait, and then a piece of minor gear. The first one listed here, for example, is Beyond Loyal. You've been with the same macro core your whole life, and it shows. Their colors
How
are all
did
over
you
your
know
clothes.
I would choose that?
Yeah, that was a good guess. Their slogans are basically your personal mottos, and how you do things is largely set by what they tell you to do. So, Ian, since that sounds like that's what you're going to choose,
That
You're
is
gonna get
what
two-
I have chosen. Yes.
you got 2 more to will, 1 to reason, 1 to coordination. You get +1 command and +1 persuade.
Which is
And again,
3
if you're-
skill points for me, basically.
Yep,
So
I was just going to say it. I think you're
I'm
maxed.
bumping up my adapt and I'm bumping up my medical.
There you go. Okay. You get 2 talents here. One, either you can choose the command or persuade tag, or 1 from the command or persuade tag and 1 talent from your origin. If you,
I actually,
you're
origin
human though.
human.
Yeah, you're grounder.
I kind of wanted to take the Berserang corporate thing, but that's a avarice trait that I don't have access to. So I took contractual camaraderie, which is whenever we begin a scene and we have fewer momentum than we have players, it bumps up our momentum pool by 1. So if we have 4 players and we start with 2 momentum, we actually start with 3 momentum, and you're welcome.
That's pretty cool. When you start a scene.
Yep, that's a very useful general buff. The other one I took was for a persuade one called Brand Authority. When engaged in direct confrontation or a social encounter, I can substitute my persuade skill in place of fight or a mental or social attack. So I basically get to buff whatever social encounters I lead, and I can get a little bit of armor penetration or stun in my air quotes social attack by speaking with authority of Berserang Multistellar.
That actually brings up one fun thing about the 2d20 system, and consequently in this game, is that social interactions behave very similar to combat. So just like purchasing stuff, you're going to pick your skill and attribute combination. You're going to roll 2d20, and then you're going to roll damage. And so if you have some sort of talent like Ian does that allows you to do something against a corporate guard or a clerk or something like that, and you injure them, you give them a social wound, you can take them out of the event. They go skulking away, or an extreme example might be they go catatonic, something to that effect. But you can defeat people socially as well as with a pistol.
And to tie that back in with the earlier part of character creation, the executor operant would have a trait that was like a corporate citizen or something like that. But because my signature is beyond loyal, that would be very similar to the trait, the corporate citizen. I chose to have the dueling scar thing to differentiate the two, so I wouldn't have two traits that are virtually the same.
Ah, okay. All right, who's next?
Bon Jovi, you want to go?
Yeah, why not? All right, I think Baron Bon Jovi is going to be off ledger. He came in, Baron Bon Jovi, from the outer unregistered colonies. Doesn't talk Interlex, doesn't speak Interlex, and he speaks Selahay for some strange reason now and then, but nobody asks because he's useful. So I think that would be perfect for Baron Bon Jovi to be untraceable, at least for now.
Cool. I like it.
All right.
You're going to get +2 to your will, +1 brawn, +1 insight. You're going to get +1 to adapt and stealth. You're going to have 2 talents with the adapt or stealth tag. Let's see. Or you can get 1 talent from adapt or stealth and 1 talent from your origin as a K-liner.
Ooh, okay. Choose 2 talents with the adapt or stealth tag, or 1 talent with the adapt and stealth tag. Huh. I might need to think about this, honestly. Okay.
Yeah. Take your time. We can move on to the next one, but those are your additions.
Okay, and then the off-ledger trait, additionally.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yes, right. And you can use that however you like. The description of the signature itself kind of gives you an idea of how you could use that or implement that trait.
Okay, interesting.
All
so
right.
It looks like we can. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. I'll figure this out.
Yeah. Who's next?
I think I will pick up for my Wrangler the Born in the Black. So I think my ergoid initial function and stuff was sort of like a research extraction collection of like asteroid belts or like gas giants, like rings or something. Like
Sweet.
sort of like building around like whatever stations and stuff, and moving whatever minor drones and stuff like it had to do.
Yeah, that works very well for how you've been building this guy. I like it. So that's going to be coordination 1, insight 1, and will 2. You're going to add 1 to adapt and 1 to traverse. And then similarly, you got 2 talents with the adapt or traverse tag, or 1 talent, adapt or traverse, and 1 from your ergoid origin. Born in the Black, you can add that as your trait or make up 1 related to your life in the void.
All right.
Sweet. These are coming out great. All right, who's next?
I got mine
Cyber?
ready.
Yeah. Go for it, Cyber.
I've decided to go with Disavowed. See, Herrick
Perfect.
used to be a liquidator for Arneson. He and his wife, they were a power couple at the time. Making headlines. Killing all of Arneson's. Let's just call them undesirables. But something happened, and well, he became an ex-liquidator, and his wife became his ex-wife, and now he's not sure what to make of that. So he's kind of in a weird situation. He's kind of in a limbo, as the description reads, where he's not. He's kind of frozen. He's kind of just forced to live on the edge of society using these skills he's got because he doesn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Nice. So that's going to be coordination 1, insight 2, and will 1. You're going to add 1 to observe and stealth, which I think stealth is maxed out already.
I did. It was maxed out, but I put it into fight instead because that was at 4. So I have fight
there you
at
go.
5. For talents, I chose ghost asset, which makes me pretty good at vanishing because I can break in, but sometimes you gotta hide and run away very bravely. So I chose ghost asset to help me with that. But I also chose data driven, which is actually an observe talent, to let me take some time to basically get some bonuses in making observation checks if I need to scout out a place or see what's up before I make a move, because I think that'd be important.
Got it. Yep. Insight isn't intuition; it's predictive analytics in real time. When you double the time it takes to make an observation skill test outside of combat, your first bonus d20 is free.
Okay.
All right.
Status
Who's next?
update. We are now 1 vote ahead for Bon Jovi. I feel like we need to actually make this other character and like PvP this because the votes are too split. Like, there's good money to be made on
We
this.
built Baron Harkonnen in the Avarice RPG.
No.
Without being sued.
Yeah.
Howard.
The Avarice RPG. All right.
Who's up next?
That would probably be me. I am going to go Mr. Smoke here, having been applying the logistics trait across all known space. I think that he is going to take the veteran of the directorate signature.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Got it.
Got it? All right.
Yep, you participated in conflict, or conflicts across known space. Whether it was a resource dispute, a macro core acquisition, or unionist depression, you witnessed humanity at its worst. All right, so what is going on with this? Brawn. Okay, I was trying to say that you get... All right, so you get brawn +1, coordination +1, will +1, and then you get an additional point to either brawn or coordination.
Okay.
So basically, if you're a melee guy, you probably want brawn. If you've got coordination, if you're ranged weapon dude, then you add 1 to fight and 1 to adapt. 2 talents, same MO, 2 talents from adapt or fight, and 1 talent from adapt or fight with 1 talent from your origin. The veteran of the directorate trait, which can come in handy when you're talking to directorate folks.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to take that trait, and I think I'm going to put that extra attribute point into coordination. So,
Got it. All right.
yeah, and then talents, we'll get to that just ahead.
I wish
Yeah,
I could
no
put
sweat.
points into my coordination.
Oh, the amount of times I would want to be able to see my own stats sheet. Oh.
I did it for D&D once and was like, oh man, I'm a bard.
As it should be.
Nice.
All right. Anybody else? Who are we missing?
I don't think we are.
Is that everybody? All right, great.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Great. All right, so then we're actually into the talent section. I think most of you have already picked a talent or two, but that starts on page 74 for those guys fishing around for it.
I've already covered mine, yeah.
Yep.
Talents, let's see. 74.
And there's a very long list. So we're
Oh, boy.
probably give you guys some opportunity to dig around in there and pick one that you like. I will show the Since we do have an ergoid, I'll show those here real quick.
Yeah, probably the best one to showcase.
Ian, were you talking about brand authority? Is that the one you were?
Yes, that I mentioned that was just highlighted in red. I don't know if that was going to be edited or not.
Yeah, I don't know why that's highlighted. That should still be good. Oh, I think I know why. Because we were originally talking about not doing social combat, if you want to call it that. But it is.
Yep.
We went ahead and did it, so it's that one's good.
Perfection. Then nothing changes on my end.
All right, here's an example of a K-liner. A couple of K-liners.
I just want to dress down some random NPC, make him rethink his entire life, and screw off for the scene. Get my inner Gordon Ramsay going, if you will.
Yep. So the way, not to go too far into the rules, we can save that for another session, but the way that it works is people are going, well, how can you defeat somebody in combat with talking to them or dressing them down?
By calling them an idiot sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, what does it actually mean
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, what
context
does
of
that
the game,
mean?
please?
Yeah. So it is far more difficult, obviously, to dress down a guard you're shooting at if you're engaged in combat. And so the way that the difficulty ratings work would scale that. So under normal circumstances, if you're talking to a guard and you've got all your things lined up, you've got your target number, it'd be a difficulty 1, meaning you need 1 success to affect him. In combat, for example, you might need 5 successes to make that effective, and that way the auditor can scale the believability of how effective talking to somebody in a combat situation might be. So that's kind of how that works. All right, on screen right now we've got a couple of K-liner talents to show you. So transit hardened, for example, when entering a new environment, you may roll 2d20 in advance and reserve those results to replace any traverse or observe die in the same scene. As an example, just kind of highlighting some of the other talents here. Here's a couple of ergoid ones. Actually, there's two ergoid ones. So there will be, the plan is probably to produce some individual Newmans and ergoid books, so that we're not, because this book itself is already at 232 pages, so it is packed. So we're probably not going to do a lot more talents, for example, for the individual near humans and stuff like that, origins. But here's a couple of examples we have right now. So precision logic, when attempting a tech skill test that involves calculations, diagnostics, or electronic control, you may re-roll 1d20, which is big because you're rolling 2 or more at a time, and you can decide, one of those high numbers you don't want, and you roll again. And then task optimized frame. Pick up physical skill besides fight. When using that skill, you may spend momentum to reduce the difficulty of the test by 1 to a minimum of 0. And we haven't talked about mechanics much, but when any successes that you still would roll, even if the difficulty is 0, you still would roll. Any successes generate momentum for the group, which is another tool that you can use to help the group out during a scene. All right, so I'm not going to, in the interest of time, since we got about 10 minutes left, I'll let you guys pick pick and choose. If you want to talk about which one you chose, that's fine. If you don't have it yet, that's also fine.
Okay, yeah, there's quite a lot to choose from.
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
I
there's
think,
a ton. There's a ton.
I think I'm going to go with rhetorical buffer, because keeping the conversation on what Baron Bon Jovi wants the conversation to be on sounds very important.
How can we follow that conversation if you don't speak interlex?
You don't need to use words to have a conversation.
To be fair, I
You
think
just
all
need
of
to-
you, I think the majority of you speak legalese as well. So
That's right. Yeah, that'd be epic. And we can just imagine legalese, this conversation in legalese, and he's got rhetorical buffer. When making an extended task to persuade, you may reroll a number of d20s equal to your persuade rating, which is huge. So up to,
Wow,
in this
babe,
case,
that is-
yeah. Go ahead.
With three of our with 3 of our group knowing legalese, we should form our law firm instead and doing something adventuring.
That's actually a great idea. I like the way you think.
Yeah, so you're with that talent, you are going to be a persuading mofo for sure. Because you can roll. We haven't. Again, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't touched on just because it's mechanics of the rules. But you can use that momentum resource that I talked about earlier to buy additional D20 to roll up to 5. And so that's what that means right there. If you're rolling 3 dice, you roll 3 and you don't like any of them, you can up to your persuade skill rating, re-roll that many dice.
Wow,
So you could re-roll the entire thing if you didn't like it.
It's also worth noting that momentum caps out at 6, and it's very easy to get to 6. So if you already have 6 momentum and you earn more, it's just automatically applied to whatever you're doing. It's
Yes,
great.
thank you. That is one of the hardest things to convey to new players in particular. That momentum, you spend it. You can even generate momentum on a momentum roll. So it is a very common, very easy to acquire resource that it's really difficult to get players to spend sometimes because they want to covet it, like a potion of healing or something. They want to hold on to it.
Yeah. Okay. All
The
right.
last game that I played in, we had so much momentum. I spent about 4 momentum in a turn, and I ended up disabling an enemy vehicle that kind of negated half of the combat encounter we had. By next turn, we had 3 more momentum generated. So
Awesome.
use it. It's a great resource.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
every player and every player on every D20 roll can generate momentum. So it's definitely
Like if you are really skilled at something and you want to do something trivial, you have the option of just saying, yeah, I auto succeed, or you can roll to generate momentum. It's a perfectly valid thing to do.
Right.
That being said, the auditor could
yeah.
also get their version of momentum.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Don't like
So
that.
let's figure out the rest of the talents here before we get too far into the nitty gritty of momentum.
Yep. Just to touch on it, there are things called sponsorships, which was a recent addition. I don't think even Ian has seen sponsorships yet, but you can if you get sponsorships from a macro core, that also unlocks a different tree of talents here that you can see. And sponsorships is just exactly what it sounds like. So Ian is probably the most likely character to get a sponsorship from Berserang, for example, which would unlock some of these talents for him. So you got to have a status of +1. All of you are status 0 to start. It's got a credit tag to it as an example. But if you were to get both Berserang Multistellar Sponsorship level 1, certified consumer, years of nutritional optimization and paid dividends. Once per scene, you may ignore the effects of 1 point of fatigue. So those are also. All right. So that's actually close to the end. Once you guys figure out your talents, I think that timing was almost perfect. Good grief. All right. So now you're going to calculate the balance. And these things include your edge track, which you should see on your character sheet. Your edge is going to be equal to your adapt skill plus your brawn or willpower, whichever one's higher. So go ahead and calculate those.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out for me.
Oops, am I cutting in and out for everybody else?
No,
I think it's just me. I got
okay,
spotty
all right.
connection right now.
Yeah, no sweat. So it's going to be your edge. Your edge track, which is the equivalent, again, to go back to D&D, the equivalent of your hit points. You're gonna whittle down your edge track before you're in real danger of taking injuries. And then each character can suffer 3 injuries before they're knocked out of a scene. So your edge track is equal to your adapt skill plus your brawn or your will. It's gonna be a relatively low number for most people.
You say out of a scene, is character death a possibility?
It's unlike, say, the Aliens RPG, character death is not the intent of the game. It's really to weave a fun story and have a good time with your friends. So it's surprisingly difficult to kill a 2d20 character. They get knocked out first, and then I say knocked out. They get taken out of the scene, and they're lamenting their wounds or something like that. But they're not dead. If they get attacked again and take another injury, that's generally how they get killed. So Got to whittle through all your edge, take 3 injuries to be knocked out, and then a 4th injury would kill you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No reason, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I feel like that was targeted somehow.
I couldn't possibly. I
Well,
mean, I know
don't worry,
plenty of
because
podcasts.
Baron Bon Jovi has an edge of 13. So he won't be going
13,
down.
all right, okay.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
I'm
reason
looking
for
at-
brawn or will, as we already kind of talked about, is edge is really your character. It's not hit points. They're not physically getting hit. It's their edge, right? It's their edge in combat or their edge in any scene. So it's how they're spending this resource to avoid getting hit. So the reason it's brawn or will, their willpower, they're thinking on their feet, they're making right decisions, whatever, or they're just physically like
They just
moving
tank
stuff
it.
around to avoid. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, your wealth track is your second one that we kind of talked about earlier. That's going to be 5 plus your status, all of your status 0. So 5 plus your status plus any wealth talents. So for most of you, it's going to be 5. I don't think it didn't sound like anybody picked a wealth talent that would bump it up.
Rarely now.
You can, as it says right there in the second paragraph under wealth, you can spend that avarice point if you still have it to bump your wealth up to 6.
Tempting.
Okay. So I think we're gonna stick with 5 wealth across the board.
Okay. Moving on to bonus threat. For melee attacks, your bonus threat's from brawn. From range attacks, it's coordination. Mental attacks, that should actually say meme attacks. But meme attacks is going to be from a high will. And intrusion attacks, which is skiving or skiving. How do we pronounce it? Is it skiving?
I think it's giving. Yeah.
I rarely say it out loud.
It's one of those things, right? Like we come up with so many like
'Cause
words
you're-
and
Like you get into your skivvies per se in terms of like clothing.
There we go.
So
We'll
like
say
it's- I think
skivvies.
it's
Skiving. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
And you
okay,
get
all right.
a bonus threat for reason for skiving attacks. So that intrusion would change to skiving. Just hasn't happened yet. And then you can see this table below here on page 95 on what that bonus is. So if you've got an attribute score as just described above, you're going to get 1 bonus threat. 10 to 11 is going to be 2 bonus threat, 12, 13, so on, and so forth. You can see right there, even on this chart, I kind of indicate that you can boost your attributes higher than 12, right, from this list here. Okay, so you can calculate that on the character sheet to the right of your attribute. You should be able to plug those numbers in. And then this kind of sums everything up. You should have at least 4 traits. Your attribute should be between 6 and, that says 11, but should be 12. That's a typo. So no higher than 12. Skills should be, oops, man, there's some typos here. Skills should be no higher than 3. 4 focuses at tier 2, which is everybody that has a focus. It's a tier 2 focus, meaning 2 or 1 is a critical hit when you roll it. It should have at least 1 contact, 3 talents, and then minor equipment we don't have listed just yet. But looks like I would need to go back and double check what some of the characters should be in this particular bullet list, but generally speaking, that's what your character should look like at this. And then step 8 is time to play.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
man.
Yeah,
So
that's-
I specifically did it that way in this rule because most people be like, well, why don't where am I buying equipment? But as we kind of hinted at the beginning, equipment purchases is part of the game itself. Using your credit and wealth scores is part of the game. So, for example, when we do the milk run contract, that's the first thing. That's basically like the first 45 minutes of the game is going around and figuring out how people are going to buy the gun or the armor or whatever they want. It's pretty cool because we've had Titanics build their pistol. We've had, opportunists go out and steal their sword or whatever they're gonna, whatever their armor.
We
It's
do
all
have
up
a
in the air.
question from chat.
Yeah.
Hazel's asking, how do you handle transhumanism, cybernetics, gene tech, etc.? How rare is it?
I handle it however Project Morningstar handles it. However, in the rules,
Smooth.
as far as like how the character is received is how I would take that question. How do you handle transhumanism? Like how they're perceived in the lore is less up to me and more up to the Project Morningstar crew. So maybe one of you guys can answer that particular question. However, mechanically, we have augments. There's a whole section that we didn't even get to on augments, which cover both organoids and bionetics. And organoids are wholesale, like large, big ticket items. Or wait, maybe I got that reversed. Bionetics are large ticket items like arm replacements, organ subdermal armor, that sort of thing. Whereas organoids are more fine-tuned internal implants that you can get, and they both play off of your brawn or your willpower, I think. Bionetics play off of your brawn, so the higher brawn, the more bionetics you can absorb, and then organoids play off of your willpower, and so the higher willpower you get, the more organoids you can ingest, or not ingest, implant.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. And when it comes down to things like handling, transhumanism and that on the table, outside of the actual rules, I mean, it also just comes down to the table and what the group of people gather together want out of their experience. So, but in terms of the in-universe thing, I would direct your attention to the Morningstar website, where we have a beautiful little book that will go into all the details that you would possibly want in regards to the universe.
Awesome.
The index.
Yes,
The index, which will also be available, by the way, will be available in print through the backer kit once we launch.
Yep. Yeah, we wanted to.
Surprise! There you
Surprise!
go.
Surprise, everybody!
The rule book will pale in comparison to size of the index. We've talked about maybe paring the print down a little bit, but it's 400 some pages, so it's going to be, or maybe it's even 500.
Yes.
It's going to be it's going to be a big book, big honking book. But that'll be available in print for the first time through the backer kit as well. The crowdfunding. Real quick before we wrap up, because I know we're 5 minutes over and I've got to jet myself. But here's a little example of how debt works. And so the intent of the game is that players probably start with a little bit of debt, because we want you to go, as we've already described, we want you to go out and equip your guy however you want, your guy or gal. And so, yes, we regularly have characters that go out on their first contract and starting with debt. And I think there was a question before on how does that get paid off? And so 1 to 3 debt, it's going to cost you 2 credits from your 2 credit, not credits. It's not a physical currency, but it's going to cost you 2 credit from your most recent contract to start buying down that debt. But just as in the real world, the more debt you have, the harder it is to pay off with interest and all that good stuff. So as you increase your debt, it's going to cost more of your credit to start paying it down. So I think we probably ought to get this group back together and play through the first section of shopping so we can demonstrate that. I was hoping maybe we could get to it today, but
I think that would be fun.
Not going to work.
But we'll look at schedule. Every time we come on live, we end up with another session somehow. But
I'm flexible.
Yep.
But
yeah, that is something that we can discuss. Offline.
Absolutely, and it's been great getting your guys' excitement and enthusiasm and questions, and walking through how this is going to work. And we went through a lot of the options. Like, if you kind of know what character you're creating, character creation can be quite fast. It seems like from watching this. So
without everybody building them together, you're absolutely right. It can, particularly if you have an idea in mind, you can race through it probably 30 minutes.
Yeah. Let's do one round quickly of any final things that you guys want to say about the system or the character creation or anything that we've done here today. Matt, I'll leave final thoughts to you, and then I'll pitch the backer kit again, and we'll say goodbye. So let's start with Happy.
Yeah, I am very impressed by what I've seen so far. It is, I said this kind of halfway through our discussion here, but like, you really have such an ability to create a hugely unique character. Like, here's a great example. When I look at this, I think of systems like Rogue Trader, right? Where you can really just get into the nitty gritty of so many different things and create something that is like truly unique character to what you want to play, and something that matches narratively what you want to role play as well. And I think the system that we're running with here is just a slam dunk for that. I think if you're the kind of RPG player that really loves creating stories with your friends and really loves making something special for yourself that doesn't feel like metagamed fighter number 75, then I think Avarice is going to be the RPG for you, because it gives you so much freedom to make the character that you want to make. And I think you guys deserve several pats on the back for that, because this is great, and this is enjoyable, and it feels fun.
Lobster,
Or I've even started playing the game.
Awesome.
Lobster,
That's
let's get a
tough
clip
act to
of
follow.
that,
Thank you.
please. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much for that. Cyber Ninja Knight.
No, I think this is great. I'm a long-time RPG player, and I've played through D&D, Traveler, Call of Cthulhu, etc., etc. It's so many, and so this game seems like it's got a lot going on. I'm really excited to try this character out. Honestly, I'm very sad that I don't get to play right now and get to it. But man, I think this is great. Honestly, you did a great job, and I think for any of us who love the Morningstar universe, this will be our chance to finally play in that universe. And I can't wait for the backer kit. I'm so happy.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Thank you. Jarian?
Yeah, I think this has a lot of good bones and stuff to the system so far. I had a lot of fun, looking around at crafting this dude and stuff as it sort of manifests and all that. And can't wait to see how when it's in its later builds and stuff, and how things doing with swarms and stuff, how that's going to handle with for players and stuff that manage a lot of little dudes.
Awesome.
Alright,
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Rebel Phantom?
Ian. Oh, actually, I would defer to Ian first.
Oh, okay. Ian.
I've been playing tabletop RPGs since Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition. I really like how this system strikes a good balance between roleplay elements and crunchy mechanics. Because at the end of the day, as much as I love rolling dice and getting good numbers, I love having my character actually be part of the setting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2d20 I'm still waiting to see how much it can support a long-term campaign. It really does feel like it strikes a good balance between my character being a real character as well as being able to roll dice and keep up with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rebel?
All right. Of course. I am really loving the variety that this system can generate. We touched on it a couple times throughout character creation, and the ability to go and two people could make the exact same character in the broad strokes, but would then be able to just through the little minutia and the details create wildly different playing characters, despite on paper being the exact same. That level of customizing and furthermore the ability to role play your character really however you want to make a character is very nice, and a breath of fresh air for more number crunchy systems that don't exactly allow that level of flexibility.
Cool. It sounds like you know, as someone new to getting into this this lore and this universe, it's still early enough that it feels like you can design your own stories that, you know, like become a part of your legends and your headcanon and stuff like that. And I like being able to build into universes like that. So that's pretty exciting. Awesome. Matt, what do you got?
Well, thanks. Thanks for slogging through this for the last couple hours. I appreciate everyone's enthusiasm, and the comments are not going to go unheard for sure, and certainly appreciated. I will say that the longest part of making this game so far has been trying to really capture Project Morningstar's the essence of Project Morningstar. And there's a lot of stuff that we've done. I've got debt up here on the screen right now, for example. There's a lot of stuff that we've been able to kind of put and piece together in here that I really think once people start playing it, and again, if we can get this group back together to take those characters and go through the purchasing part of the game, I think that you'll see what I mean. But there's a lot of stuff in here that really, I hope for everybody that's a big fan of the setting will really feel like it's an immersive experience for their Project Morningstar fantasies.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for participating, and for everybody that wasn't here at the beginning, the characters that are generated here are going to be included in future product, future products, future missions, or I'm sorry, future contracts. I keep calling them missions. Call them contracts. Future contracts, essentially canonizing these characters. So it's really cool to see how they came together.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I dropped the link in chat one more time. If you haven't followed the project yet, it's bit.ly/AvariceRPG. Please give it a follow. You'll get notified on launch. And you'll see we'll have more coming with all of the news. If you want to follow Fat Goblin Games as well, we are posting very regularly with things from the Kickstarter, or from the backer kit. I need to change my language now. Things from the backer kit, rewards, possible stretch goals, artwork, things that might be included as add-ons and stuff like that. So please sign up for the backer kit page and follow us at Fat Goblin Games. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And yes, Hazel, I didn't forget about the octopus race. I'll get those in there somehow.
And to tack on real quick too, if you are on the Project Morningstar community Discord, you can also get a role for the RPG news, and you will be immediately updated via Discord announcements when we have news
Bingo.
for the RPG out.
Yeah, thank you.
Go get that as well.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you,
thank
guys.
you, everyone. Have a good night or day,
Yeah.
wherever you are.
Yeah, or day
Catch you later.
for those down under.
Yeah.
Baron
Yeah,
Javi
okay.
wishes you a wonderful rest of your night.